Hi everyone. So today we wanted to take a look at a new feature that they put into Excel, and the feature allows us, and it's for Excel for Office 365. So the feature allows us to extract data from image files, from pictures. So the feature existed in previously on the Mac, right? Excel version of the Mac, and it was also there in Excel for Android, but they only made it generally available to people who have Office 365 recently. So, what the benefit of this feature is and how we could use it, I'm going to take a look at that. So, the first step is to go to your data menu, and we want to go to this button here in the Get and Transform section. You'll see a button here called Picture from File. So you will only have this if you have Office 365. I am currently on the current channel. If I go to account, you would see here Office 365. I'm on a current channel. So you'd need to have that channel in order to probably have this feature. So just go to the data menu and we want to go to Picture from File. And let's say we wanted to take data from a picture. Let's say we had a printed material. Maybe we had a hard copy page with some data that we wanted to pick up in Excel. The way we would do that is once we take that picture, we save it to our hard drive or our shared folder. We would go and connect to that file. So in this case, I have a picture of a trial balance from some hard copy uh, print that we need to get. I'm going to say insert, and it will actually pull in the data into Excel in this preview screen here. So you see data from picture, right? And we would see here what the data looks like if we scroll along with the scroll on our mouse. It will scroll along or it would scroll out. And below we have the ability to edit this data. So you would see there's an option here to review. If we click review, it's going to show us things that it wasn't too sure about in terms of bringing in the information. So over here they have the Guitar Shop Inc. unadjusted trial balance. Um, so if I actually just go back out here, that is okay, and we could probably put in that is fine. So if we go back to here, we could accept this. We have a problem with the year here. So over here, if we go to the cell, this should be December 31st. We could click on that cell, type December 31st, and the month, the year is 2015. Accept. This one is okay. We could accept that. This one here, we could probably delete that. We don't want that information here, right? So that would be the year. And then just scrolling in back again and scrolling down. The name appeared to be picked up correctly. Inventory, leasehold improvement. So those are fine. Once we finish review, we could click insert data. I think all the figures came across correctly. Notice that there were separators between the numbers here, debit and credit column, and it picked up the dollar signs in that column. Maybe if we had a properly defined row and column grid, maybe it would have picked it up properly. But more or less the data is correct. So we could click insert data. Is going to bring that back into the file. 3 items require attention. We completed the review. We don't need to change anything. Insert anyway. So what it did, it brought back the data from that image file on the screen. Right? Maybe I could call up back the image file so you could compare it side by side here. And more or less it did a pretty good job of bringing in the data. We could probably just bring this to the left here, The balances look okay. The total is supposed to come to 186,300. We could probably set a formula here, alt equal, and check if that was the case. And that is correct there. This number a little bit out of whack. We could take that off. We could probably take off the dollar signs here and here. So a little bit of cleanup necessary. And then the formula here, we could probably copy it and paste it here. Or the column. And more or less we have satisfaction that the numbers came across correctly. So using this approach with grabbing data from images, we could save time if we have like hard copy or printed documents in some type of tabular format. It would allow us to bring that information in Excel, save us that data entry time, and not a whole lot of effort had to be done in terms of making changes. Very good data recognition engine. So this is one example. Another example of how we could probably use this new tool is there would be times when you may be trying to connect to the web and bringing table type data into Excel. Now, in some instances that would work, but not every instance. So just to give an example, if we have data that embedded in a website and it is like an image file, a JPEG, or it might be in Java, a Java table or something like that, you will not be able to use Power Query. You would go normally to get data, and there's an option here to take data from the web, but it's not going to allow you to pull in that information if the table is an image or if it's in some Java type format rather than HTML. So what we could do, just using an example here, is let's say we go to the web and we wanted to get some information on maybe descriptive statistics. What we could do here is take that data. So if we look at, for example, this table here, this table is actually an image file. So Power Query wouldn't work here, but maybe we could use the new tool to pull in the information. So I'm going to take a screenshot here. So I'm going to use my snipping tool in Excel. And I'm going to tell Excel to take this image here. So we're going to highlight here and highlight the data here. So this is the data we took a snip of using the Windows snipping tool, which is this little button you see below here. And I'm going to copy that, so that will go to clipboard. And then from Excel, we want to import that information. So we normally go to the from picture button here, and we're going to say picture from clipboard. So what I will do, it will go and look at the data and try to extract the information. And if we look here, more or less it was able to bring in all the data without a hitch. Once you have like properly defined column separators, it should be fairly easy for it to bring in the data. So if I say insert and the data, it is clear. So if you say insert data here, insert data, it brings in the information correctly, right? More or less. So just shrinking this a little bit to compare to what we had. Only one header didn't line up with the column here. The other data set came in correctly, all the numbers and the values. So that is it for this one. Where you would probably have problems using this particular tool is if the picture you're taking from like it is not clear, or maybe the columns not as properly defined with separators and stuff. So um, if I'm just gonna clear this off, or maybe we insert a new sheet. If let's say we looking at maybe a table of stocks, and we wanted to get the data from this table here, right? So again, I would normally click on the website and we go to the table. Notice that the color is a little bit distorted here, and we have these descriptors here. We just want to pick up the range here in the black border. So again, what we could do is use the snipping tool at the bottom here, Windows snipping tool. Click on that, click on new, and then select the range from here based on what we want to pick up. So we're going to copy that information here, and I'll copy it to clipboard, and then we're actually going to go back in Excel. We have a new sheet here, and we're going to try to get that picture from the clipboard. So again, it's going to analyze the data, but if you look at it here, the way how the data looks here, it didn't come across correctly. So for most things, you have to actually review. If you click on the review button, you'll see I have over 45 items that need to be double checked. So the long and the short of it is using this new tool to get data from pictures. It probably would work best with properly defined table data and with image files which have a high level of clarity, right? So other than that, you would probably have problems. I mean, if we bring in the data just like that, you would see the data doesn't come across correctly. It didn't have properly defined column separators and stuff in the data, row and column borders, right? So it wouldn't come across correctly. So guys, this new tool is there. You all could probably try it out and see if you have any use for it with your work. If you have any hard copy data or maybe image data from websites you need to pull in. So thanks a lot for looking.